Hey, what's up? I'm back. King Infinite here. UFC 266. And we are back for the finale to wrap this night up. We got Alexander Volkanovski versus Brian Ortega. Salute to the first guy in here. All right. We're here. This dude, Brian, I think it's Brian Ortega, is walking in with some crazy masks. He's got some mask posse behind him where they're all wearing like glow in the dark masks. It's gonna be pretty crazy. 145 strap is on the line. I'm sure Max Holloway is here watching. If I'm Max Holloway, I'm hoping Brian Ortega wins. Why? Because I know I can beat Brian Ortega's ass. If Alex wins and beats Brian Ortega, I'm like, cool, you beat who I beat already. Come see me. But Alexander, it's a tough fight. We'll see what happens, man. Brian Ortega walked up with a purge mask. And let's go. Brian Ortega, he's grew his hair back since his last fight. I think he looked more menacing with a bald head. Now he's got his braids back. He's showing up with his purge music. He's ready to fight. We'll see what happens. Brian Ortega 145 with the lean. He's probably ballooned back up to 155. We'll see. 5'8". Brian Ortega's 5'8". Alexander Volkanovski is 5'6". This is gonna be a good fight, man. A really good fight. We got 3 soldiers in here. Salute to all 3 people. Come enjoy the festivity with your king. Alexander versus Brian. I would say I want Brian to win so I can see Max Holloway champion. Because if Brian wins, if they give him Max Holloway gonna beat his ass. But styles make fights. Brian Ortega might choke the shit out of Alexander. We don't know. I'm ready. It's cold. I'm wrapped up in a blanket. I don't even care, bro. I don't even care. They're gonna have to see me in the blanket, baby. It is what it is. Stay warm. I don't know where y'all at. If y'all want to, shout out y'all city, and I'll shout y'all out. If you want to shout out, just comment below. I'll give you a shout out. It's nothing. King Anthony. Yo, King Anthony, you deserve a subscription for that, bro. Salute, fellow king. Realistically, I got Alexander. I got him. I would like to see Brian win because I want to see him face Max Holloway because I like Max Holloway so much that I want to see him champion. Salute Just RL. Alexander is walking up with the Australian flag. It looks a lot like the British flag. But if you guys know the history of Australia used to be a melanin-rich country. A lot of the people who were there looked brown, not black. The U.S. term of black because the U.S. I'm black, but I'm brown. But they don't look like African Americans, but they were colored. Then the UK, Denmark, and some of those other European countries colonized Australia. So it's interesting to see their flag and see it has parts of the British on it. But with that said, beyond that, I want to see Alex. I want to see Alexander win because he's a good champion, man. He beat Max twice. Let's see what he can do. Now, if I take skills away, then yeah, Brian Ortega wins, and then Max Holloway gets his belt back by beating Brian Ortega. If Brian Ortega wins, which two of you guys want? If he wins, do you think the UFC matches him up with Max Holloway, or do you think he moves on to somebody else? Because I think he could beat other 145ers, but if UFC wants to screw him, they'll give him that Max Holloway rematch as his first defense, and he'll lose his belt. But I don't know. In Australia, it's probably like fucking 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. right now. If anybody's in Australia watching this shit, salute to you. Comment below. It's like fucking 5 a.m. in Australia. Probably later than that. Alexander is in the UK fighting at would be like 6 a.m. his time. I want to know. I really want to know what time it is for sure. Gonna be Holloway versus Ortega. Ortega wins the belt. I like your thinking, bro. What time is it in Australia? In Australia right now is 2:33 p.m. So at 2:30 p.m. I probably would have been. It'd be midday. He should be fine. He should be awake. It's like 2:30 his time. He's not fighting at day. I mean, he's not fighting at night his time. He's fighting midday. 2 o'clock, he should be prime. I don't know if you guys know, but when you're a man, your testosterone is at its highest in the morning, and then you peak out midday, and then at the end of the night, it falls down. So technically, he should be primed and ready to fight. So it shouldn't matter to him. Shouldn't matter. If he was a UK fighter, it'd be tough. Which is probably why you don't see too many UK champions, because you got to fight an American in the UK. You're always fighting in the morning time. And it's tough to fight in the morning time. You're training, and then you have to go to a different country and fight at what would be like 3 or 4 o'clock your time. You think you're going to be good, but probably not. Brian Ortega looks good. He looks ready. Our three judges scoring this contest at Octagon side are Derek Clearly, Sal Diamato, and Junichiro Kamijo. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon, Herb Dean. This championship bout is brought to you by Universal Pictures, Halloween Kills, in theaters and streaming only on Peacock, October 15th. And now, for those in attendance and UFC fans watching around the world, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Live. Yo, let me know if you guys can hear the audio. Can you guys hear the audio of the fight coming? Jaden, salute, bro. Everybody that subscribes tonight gets a free subscribe. So subscribe to me and subscribe back. Brian Ortega, the #1 contender in the world. I wouldn't call Brian Ortega the number one contender in the world. I would call him the number two contender in the world. To be number one, don't you got to beat number one? Max Holloway is the number one contender in the world because he fought the champion twice and is the former champion, which makes him the number one. That's his last fight. Brian Ortega's last fight was Korean Zombie, who was not ranked number one, maybe number 4 or 5, and he beat him. Before that, he didn't fight anybody, and he lost to Max Holloway. So he had one fight where he was number one contender. He was number one contender, I guess, when he fought. No. He was number one contender. Max Holloway lost the belt, took number one, which makes him number two. He fought number 4 or 5, so that makes him number two when he wins. Yo, we got 15 soldiers in here strong. I know it's probably more than y'all, but y'all leaving. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Yeah. They're doing the intro right now. We about to see what's happening. Follow my instructions. Clean, touch gloves, let's do it. Brian Ortega is 5'8", and Alexander Volkanovski is 5'6", man. I respect him. I'm not sure I've ever seen Alexander Volkanovski in this type of shape. He was bouncing around before he hit the scale on Friday. This fight was to go down, of course, back in March. A little delay due to COVID-19, and it shall be done tonight. Alexander coming out, taking hands. Brian hits his hands, and they're off to the races. Brian Ortega leading with 1-2, with a straight 1-2 missing, or 1-1. I shouldn't say 1-2. Ooh, Alexander with a hard left kick. He faked it. Wow. Ortega undefeated with that shaved head, went back to the lettuce for this fight. Somebody gave me a thumbs down. Fuck you, whoever did that. But yo, salute anyway. Nathan, Chris, salute, bro. You guys always ask to see the fight. Daniel Day and Still. So I see you're going for Ortega. You're going for Volkanovski. That's cool. Alexander's in the front, leaping in and out. He looks quicker than Brian. Brian is waiting to counter. Brian just went for a hard body kick that Alexander slid out of the way of, caught it on the arm. Alexander is doing a lot of fakes, and his fakes are getting to Brian. He's getting through with his fakes. He's fading high, fading low, trying to open up Brian with a low kick. Brian led with a straight right. He with a right 3 times, bro. Yeah, man, I showed the fight and got 2 videos pulled down, so I don't show fights anymore. Some dudes will show fights, but you look at their videos on their channel, and that's like the only video they got. I got like 100 videos on my channel. I don't want to get my channel pulled for that. Brian just ate a hard right hand from Alexander. Brian just landed a hard right kick to the thigh of Alexander. Brian landed a hard right to the body. Max countered with a left and clipped Alexander. Brian's eating the shots very well. Brian is eating Alexander's shots. You remember when Max Holloway fucked up Brian Ortega? He did it with volume. It was never no one-punch knockouts. Max Holloway just punched him to the face, so his face was bloody. Brian's going to have a lot of work ahead of him. Brian's volume doesn't look that high this fight compared to when he fights Max Holloway, or just compared to Max Holloway in general. Alexander landed a left hook, a left check hook, a right hook. Alexander's landing left hooks and right hooks. He's not throwing any jabs. He doesn't want to throw any jabs to Brian. He's throwing hooks over his punches or just catching them. Alexander looking fast. Got Brian. Brian just ate a left jab, backed up against the cage, circling around. Alexander's got his timing. Brian just did an inside left, a right kick, clinching, threw a hook off of the clinch, missed. Brian reacted with a left body kick, or Alexander with a 1-2. Brian Ortega is not taking the center of the arena, and he's losing this first round. He's trying to punch with Alexander, and Alexander is aware of it, so he's starting with kicks to make Brian stutter, and then throwing hands quickly after the kicks. Oh, Brian Ortega, they're showing Alexander's cheek, and he's busted up on the cheek already the first round. I don't know what Brian hit him with, but he cut him already. Alexander's got a cut under his left eye. He's switching stances, switching back to orthodox. Alexander is keeping the center of the stage. Left kick gets caught by Max. Max does nothing with it. Max is busted on the right eyebrow. Is he busted? These dudes are getting busted already. They throwing hard. These dudes are throwing with some speed. All right. I legit see fucking Vodermont. Who's Vodermont? Growing off your forehead. Who the fuck is Vodermont? What the fuck is on your neck, bro? Is that Voldemort growing off your forehead? Yo, man, you sweating buckets. Keyed up, my guys. Y'all both come out of the closet at the same time to type these comments. I don't know, bro. He must be looking at this. I have no idea. They say I'm sweaty, but shit, fuck y'all. If I'm sweaty, I don't care, bro. You're here for the fight. Why the fuck you care about how I look, bitch? Okay. So the fight is stopped. Alexander's got let's see. My stream is lagged. My stream is lagged. I had a blanket on, bro. Yo, bro, you sweating buckets for real, dog. I mean, I'm not sweating, man. I've been having a couple drinks, some loose, some hot. Chill out. Okay? Chill out. Let's see. I'm trying to get to the fight, but my stream is lagging. I hate when they do that. I might have to switch to my other. I have two. I got two links for the fights, and it's buffering really bad. You look more sweaty than DC when he's doing John Jones. You would have. Hey, that would have been funnier if you said you look like John Jones after a line of coke. Oh, my video's down. Wow, couldn't play the video. The site that I go to for my videos just got stopped. Let's see, I refreshed it. Park streaming stuff. Sean Jones getting. Oh, that's funny. That's real funny. John Jones got arrested. Yeah. Yeah, he did. You're right. Why is it not playing? Try getting the pay-per-views for sure. Oh yeah. For sure they're trying to. That's why my video got shut down. So now I'm on my second source trying to watch the fight. Getting arrested is normal. Yeah, if you're a convict, a career criminal. I don't have the video up anymore. My videos just stopped. They're trying to get those pay-per-views, so they did something. No. It's tough. It's tough. I have the video feed in just a few moments, guys. Joshua lost today too. Yeah, Joshua lost today to Usyk. Joshua looks like it looked like he threw the fight. He started off extremely slow. He gave Usyk too many rounds to begin the fight, and then he lost the fight. And you know Joshua has he's got a cause where he can fight again. So he's gonna fight him again. Okay, the fight is back. Awesome. Still the first. It's the second round now. Wow. Joshua lost his dog in him. Yo, King. What's up, Minzy? Piri, Cohen, turn the camera on. I can't do it. Mimsy, salute, bro. Yeah, Joshua lost the dog in him. If it felt to me like Joshua wanted to lose that fight so he can get more pay-per-views on the second fight. Because if Joshua fought like that, he fought like he was scared of Usyk power, and Usyk never rocked him at all. I mean, he did make him stumble a little bit, but he caught him off balance. If he fought like that to Deontay would wipe the floor with Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua is avoiding Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, which is why he fought a cruiserweight. He lost his belt to a cruiserweight so he can beat the cruiserweight back and get more money. When he fought Andy Ruiz and lost, when he came back around, he got more money and more attention. So I'm watching the fight again, and Brian Ortega is taking the center of the cage, and this website I'm at is giving me a ton of pop-ups. Wow. Alexander 1-2 in the middle, minute 19 left. They both look strong, look fast. Brian Ortega landing 1-2s on him. Why am I clicking so hard? It's just on my laptop fucking sounds, bro. What can I say? I mean, when I click it, it does that. But if I can actually touch it and it'll do the same response. But I like to click it. I don't know why. Sorry, bro. Y'all want to know what's happening, Bobby? Yeah, salute, man. Okay, so it's the second round. It's a minute 19 left for the fight, and this website that I'm at is giving me so much. Wow, Brian Ortega left eye is looking bloody. It looks like Alexander has a busted right ear. He's bloody. Brian Ortega's keeping the center of the cage, really fighting hard. Strong strikes, just landed a right, throwing another right. Two rights followed up. Alexander landed a leg kick. This side is worse than the other side. I was just I gotta go back to it between matches. That second round I would give to Brian Ortega. So right now it's 1-1 heading into the third round. Okay, it's back up. Cool. On the first side I was at. Ooh, she got nice bitties. All right. Lord have mercy. You wearing that button out? Ain't no fucking button out, bro. Oh, he's talking about the fucking button on my laptop. Cool. Brian Ortega's looking a little busted up in the third round. Looks like the cut man has stopped the cut and the blood coming out of Alexander's out of his cheek. So in the third round, Volkanovski opens up with a left leg kick. Another left leg kick. Brian is feigning, leaning in heavy on his front leg, trying to take a boxer stance. He just almost tripped from Alexander's leg kick. Alexander kicked him in the leg so hard he almost tripped. It looks like Brian Ortega's leg is feeling the pain because he's breaking down every time he gets kicked. He's limping out of it. He just threw a kick of his own with the same leg that's hurt. Brian throws 3 rights, nothing of it. Alexander throws a right kick, misses. Yeah, it's a good fight. Jaden Anderson said, just in case I didn't know, the 3.5 train defense package just passed. The Democrats added that females can be jacked for future wars. Dumbass. They could always be in wars. Unless you're talking about a different country. You guys are trolling on here, man. Smash the like button. Alright. Alexander leaning and taking the center of the cage, pushing Brian up against the top. They're grappling, wrestling for position. Ooh, Brian just ate a straight left to the face, another straight left to the face, a right to the straight to the face. Brian answers with some body shots. Alexander seems unfazed, pressing forward. Alexander's 5'6". Brian Ortega's 5'8". Brian Ortega comes in with a mean 1-2 to the face. They're both changing. This is a fast-paced fight. They're throwing punches hard. Alexander is trying to grab the wrist and counter. He's trying to grab the wrist and counter, but Brian is being very smart. But Brian's face is wearing these. He's getting bloodied again, bro. Brian is getting bloodied again, bro. On the nose. Getting busted up. Alexander is busting up Brian. Alexander is fast. Alexander is reaching, bow, and then punching. Reaching, bow, punching with the same hand. And Brian is thinking that he's going to punch. He's extended, but it comes further than expected. And Alexander's catching him every time. Brian is getting bloodied up, just like in his Max Holloway fight. But he's fighting harder and defensively smarter. Alexander is not Max Holloway in any way, shape, or form. But Brian Ortega's not Max either. So Alexander's kind of got an easier fight. It's the third round. Yo, you're funny, bro. How is he punching? Troll. It's 2 minutes round. Ooh, Brian just locked. Ooh, Brian knocked down Alexander down, and he's going for a guillotine. He's got top mount. He's going for a guillotine, and Alexander's trying to get out of it. His little legs are fucking moving like this. Brian is about to choke out Alexander if Alexander doesn't get out of this. Alexander's got his hands on the hips. Oh, but he just released the guillotine and he's keeping him out. Alexander trying to squirm out from bottom position, trying to get inside guard. Brian Ortega's on top mount, half guard now, trying to go for a choke. Wow. Brian Ortega's now on his back. He's going for an anaconda. Alexander's out of it on top, and he hits him with a strong hammer fist. Brian Ortega's busted up from the hammer fist. Alexander now on top with a hard elbow left, and now throwing rights, lefts, right, lefts. Wow. Alexander got out of that. Brian Ortega's now on his back, and Alexander is throwing bombs. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Wow. Alexander on top, feeling like he's a little gassed. His punches are coming in slow. Alexander cannot tire himself out. There's 57 seconds left in the third round, throwing heavy shots. Brian Ortega trying to set up a leg triangle because Alexander with a leg triangle. Alexander on his back. Wow. Brian Ortega, oh my goodness, from the bottom with a leg triangle. Alexander's got to get out of this, bro. Alexander's looking at him. Alexander's about to slide out. He's about to slide out. He's too small. He can't get his legs around him. Wow, Alexander phase got out of it and is back on top, hammering away at Brian Ortega. This is an amazing fight. It's an amazing fight. Wow. Alexander is on top, punching away. Heavy shots at Brian. Brian is eating them. Brian looks phased, pushes off Alexander. Alexander's still in the pocket, throwing punches from top. It's 8 seconds. You know Heath Dean is going to let this go to the fourth round. This was a great fight, and Brian looks like he's too tired to get up. They bet to ask him if he wants to get up and finish. Is Ortega done? Is Ortega done? Or Daniel Cormier just said Ortega was finished. Yo, his corner had to lift him off the mat and sit him in the chair. Luckily, he got knocked down right in the chair, bro. Brian Ortega is looking beat up, man. He gave everything he could to them chokes. Great. Another one? Kill it. This is a great fight here, y'all. Yo, Keto Pop, great with the question, bro. Do I do this every fight? No, I really don't do this every UFC fight, just for the ones I'm thrilled for. I don't want to be on here if I'm not passionate about it, because then you guys aren't going to enjoy it. So I only talk about fights that I'm really enthused about. This is a good fight, because if I was a UFC fighter, I'd probably be at 145 based on my height. Um, Brian Ortega is now being checked by the doctor. The doctor is asking Ortega if he can see, giving him the test. Brian, this is the fourth round, bro. This is the round that that Max Holloway stopped you. You're in a championship fight. Do not get stopped in the same round again. Don't do it, bro. Don't do it, man. The doctors are asking him if he wants to continue. Brian needs to say yes. Brian needs to show he wants this, that he can get it, bro. Brian's you going to get beat up to be champion, bro. Come on. Come on, man. You laughing at me? Yes. That's why your feet hurt. My feet don't hurt. Okay. Let's go. Yo, Brian Ortega might give up again. This is the fourth round. He got an extra 30 seconds to catch his breath. He needs to step forward and beat this dude, man. Yo, Davis Morrison, salute for the comment, man. He's with Ortega. It's 4 minutes, 30 seconds left. The crowd is behind Ortega. He is a U.S. citizen. They in the U.S., so if you U.S., go for him, man. If you're a trader, go for Alexander. Great fight, man. This is a great fight. Alexander, throwing heavy hooks. Heavy hooks. Wow. Ortega looks like he's inching forward. Yeah. Ortega inching forward, trying to throw some shots. He's just feigning. He's feigning. Ooh, strong right. Another right. Ooh. Good fight. I'm a Max fan too, man. Hawaii's part of Australia, so why not be a Max fan? He's a cool guy. Brian is missing with his shots. Alexander looks he looks fresher. Alexander looks fresher than Brian. Brian is trying to go for grappling. Brian had him in a guillotine. He got out of it. Had him in a arm in a leg triangle. Got out of it. Alexander's getting out of everything. Brian is snatched onto his neck and is going for an anaconda. Brian is on his back, legs up against the fence. Like this, choking him. Choke at him. He's got him in the choke. Alexander trying to go for a choke, man. Alexander out of it again. I mean, Brian went for a choke. Alexander out of the chokes, man. Brian keeps gassing himself out, going for these chokes, and Alexander's wheeling his way through it, man. Yo. I said Hawaii is part of Australia. Yo, Hawaii is part of America. Yo, I'm tripping. But you know what? If all the countries were back together, would Australia and Hawaii be connected once again? Because remember how they split apart? I don't know, bro. I don't know. Who knows? Alexander's got top control, side control, and he's punching Brian Ortega heavy, man. This is just like the third round. Alexander's got strength for days, bro. Is he on that Adesanya juice? I have no idea. Yeah. Daniel Cormier giving Brian Ortega advice. Daniel Cormier is telling Ortega to go for a leg submission, an ankle submission, something he can't just will his way out. Alexander is punching him from the top, and Brian is fishing his way out of it, trying to get out of there, man. It's crazy. Herb Dean is about to jump in and stop this fight. Alexander's taking a quick break from beating Brian Ortega's face in. It's 45 seconds left in the fourth round. Brian Ortega needs to run. You know what happens? Brian Ortega is 5'8". He's just as big as Max Holloway, if not bigger, muscle bound wise. So cutting a lot of weight can really impact your cardio. And Brian Ortega late in these rounds is fading, man. Brian Ortega might need to go to 155, but can he be a 155 champ? Volkanovski is pushing him up. Volkanovski just stepped back and welcomed Brian Ortega back to his feet so that he can finish him on the feet, because on the ground, he couldn't do nothing. Brian Ortega comes in with a right straight. Brian back up on his feet, punching. Alexander goes for a left kick, misses, grazes the leg. Brian Ortega keep holding his stance, keeping in the pocket. Alexander swinging, bro. Listen, man, this cup right here, this is like my second fill up. People at 155 would destroy Ortega. I don't know. Maybe. Alexander is definitely one. I would say for sure. This is not about to be the fifth round. Alexander for sure won 3 of those fights. A judge could have this 4 fights for Alexander. Brian Ortega is breathing heavy, exhaling heavy, breathing hard. His coaches are telling him this is the final round, trying to rally him up. His coaches are telling him to take him down off rip. Let's go. Davis, salute for the comment. I've seen you before. 3 inches. You must be talking about yourself, bro. Brian Ortega is 5'8". Max Holloway is 5'11". Wow, I didn't know that. Max Holloway said, "Yeah, I'll be all right." The doctors are trying to find a way to give Alexander an easy win by saying, "Are you done?" Brian Ortega saying, "Yeah, I'll be all right." Alex Volkanovski. I keep wanting to say Alexander. He keeps patting him at the beginning of each round. He keeps giving him daps. Brian Ortega keeps doing the same straight right. That is not a power jab. He keeps throwing the same right cross, and it looks like a jab. It has no power behind it. He hasn't been able to hurt Alexander since the first round. Brian Ortega is gas, and he's not built for this weight class. He's not. He called Korean on a long hiatus. Remember Korean Zombie joined the Korean army. He joined them for like 3 years. He was out for like 2 or 3 years. He caught him on the way back and beat him after a hard fight with Max Holloway. Brian Ortega doesn't look like he's got the cardio to be champion. If he somehow manages to pull out a finish and win this fight, I'm afraid for him fighting whoever he's up against next, because Alexander is clearly fresh in the 5th round, man. Alexander Volkanovski. I gotta look at his name when I say it from now. Alexander Volkanovski is looking very strong in the 5th round. He's looking fresh, man. He's 5'6". He's my height. Dude is my height. When I'm at the gym and I'm working out, I see dudes fade, and I have a lot more cardio. Everybody, regardless of size, have the same size heart. So your heart is going to work just as hard as everybody else, and if not harder, depending on your size. So Alex is short. He's got a big heart, and he's pushing forward. And Brian is fading, man. Brian can try to go for a choke or something, but Alexander keeps wielding his way out of it, man. Brian just landed a quick 1-2 bow, but Alexander looks unfazed. He's showing respect, but he looks unfazed. Brian Ortega looks phased right now. Looks beat up, man. Yo, salute to everybody subscribing, and salute to y'all. Brian has Alexander up against the cage and is trying to finish him. Brian is just Brian is fighting hard, man. He's fighting hard. He's fighting hard. He's not as beat up as with Brian, but he's close to it, man. Alexander with a hard right hook and a left straight. Hard body shot. Brian looks unfazed, pressing forward with a white jab of his own. Alexander with a left hook of his own, left straight, unanswered. Brian starts with a left counter straight. Wow. Nice. No, some people get better lungs and heart, just can't get the mega cardio. Whatever. Everybody, regardless of size, has the same heart. Your heart works harder if you're bigger, which is why bigger people have shorter lifespans. Taller people have shorter lifespans. 6-foot people don't live to 80, 90 years old. But people that are 5'5" live to 100 years old. And if they're vegan, they live to 115. Who knows? Yo, this is a straight brawl, bro. I'm going to give you guys the link to watch this fight after the fact, okay? I'm going to leave it up for 10 seconds, 5 seconds. This is how you can watch the fight there. 4, 3, 2, 1. It's down. I'm taking it off. You can watch the fights there after the fact. All right. Brian is fighting hard. Just landed a flying knee to the body. Brian is 30 seconds left. Brian is fighting like he wants this fight. He's trying to finish him. Alexander knows he's got 4 rounds in the bucket. Alexander trying to fight, but trying to survive. Alexander wants to win his 5th and final round, but he's got to know he's got 4 rounds in the bag. Brian trying to finish hard, throwing hard punches. Got Alexander on his back foot, but it's over. It's over. He busted up Alexander that 5th round, bro. Alexander giving him his props. They touching heads. Pause. No homo. They touching heads, but they done. The fight is over with, man. Both dudes are buddied up, and I would give this to Alexander Volkanovski 4 rounds to 1. I would give Brian Ortega the final round just for his grit, but he lost the fight. Volk definitely won all 4 rounds so far, man. Yeah, man. Alexander actually busted up his other cheek with that, man. They both look like they've been through hell. Look, he went for a guillotine, and you have to give Alexander Volkanovski all the props in the world, because he was on top and he had him in a guillotine that was so tight. He had him in a guillotine that was so tight that Alexander was like this. Square machine. And somehow got out of, man. It's crazy. I give this fight 4 rounds to 1 to Alexander. It was a great fight. I'm gonna stay until the end of the to the official judging and the end of the post-fight interview, but crazy fight, man. Did you guys check the link for where you can catch the fight later? Let me know if you guys caught the link for the video. If you guys did not catch the link and still want it, let me know.
Total strikes unofficially 194 to 115, and for Volkanovski, a couple of takedowns for Ortega, 3 submission attempts, none got the Volkman out of there. And just when you think this sport can't possibly continue to get better.
Total strikes 194 to 115. Wow, okay. It's almost over, guys. It's late, man. It's late. It's late. Where y'all from, man? Drop in the comments below what state y'all from. Rep y'all state and I'll give it a shout out. The Diaz fight was dope, man. The Nick Diaz fight was dope. He fought hard. It was a razor thin decision. Up to the 3rd round TKO. Nick Diaz been outside the ring too long. Wow.
By
Unanimous decision. And still, Alexander. Wow, Alexander still champion. Yo, salute to Vermont. Salute to Kentucky. Salute to Louisiana. All right, salute to all y'all states, bro. USA. Alexander the Great, Volkanovski, he won. Showing a lot of respect, a lot of love post fight. Daniel Cormier is there to give the post interview. You know what's funny? This fight is in Las Vegas, and Joe Rogan is not there. I thought Joe Rogan's contract was to do all U.S. pay-per-views, and he's no longer there for pay-per-views. So I wonder if he's too busy. I wonder if Joe Rogan is getting so much money off of the Spotify deal that he no longer is doing UFC fights as much. Because I'm sure he's somewhere doing a post fight. He's doing commentary somewhere on his own channel. Looking like they're about to do a third Max Volk fight. Sure. Joe Rogan's on a hunting trip. He might be hunting some elk or some fucking some Bigfoot or something like that. Joe Rogan's in Alaska hunting Bigfoot. He's on his hills right now. Joe Rogan is trying to Bigfoot so he can eat some of that Bigfoot meat. Nick the Quitter Diaz needs to retire for good because that was pathetic. Really just gave up there. Showed no heart. He was fighting very hard for those 3 rounds, man. Listen, they made that fight a 5-round fight. Why did they make it a 5-round fight? Listen, if they made it a 3-round fight, it ended in a 3rd round. I'm 100% sure that Nick Diaz would have fought through that 3rd round, and he might have won a decision. But he said, I'm hurt. You want me to do 10 more minutes with this type of pain? I'm good. He said out his nose was broke. He ain't young no more. He's 38. Robbie Lawler's 39 and more conditioned. He's been fighting more. 20 wins in a row? Brian Ortega has 20 wins in a row? Who is he? Khabib? Made it 5 rounds because it's a huge fight and want to see as much as they can of it. Hey man, they should have honestly made it a 3-round fight. It's for no champion. It's no championship. Is he getting paid more money? Brian Ortega is looking like a shadow of himself, man. He looks beat up. His face is all, his eyes shut, puffy, nose big, busted.
I mean, I thought it was done, you know, that's what we trained for exactly my whole camp. Like I said, I was shot over his head. But, you know, that little bastard's fucking tough as hell, man. I wrapped onto that leg. I tried to squeeze it, trust me, guys. I tried to finish him. I heard him gargling. And he fucking slipped out. And I was like, fuck, all right, this guy, he's a champ for a reason, you know. Nothing but love to him, nothing but respect. I know we talk our shit, but it was whatever. But everyone out here, man, I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. You guys make me feel so happy in here.
Brian Ortega says he loves the applause and it makes him happy to get the praise.
You know, it's time to go back in there and climb this ladder and get better. And you see it, man, I'm evolving. And even though, you know, we come up short, we're not defined by how we lose, but how we get up and we overcome that shit, you know? And that's a Mexican heart for you. Thank you guys for the
Brian Ortega showing his Mexican pride. He says that's a Mexican heart for you. Alexander said it was a good fight.
both handling those post-fight interviews with class and maturity and sportsmanship. And
That was a great fight. Thank you all for joining in on the feedback. I enjoyed it. I was gonna watch it without y'all, but I decided to watch it with y'all. And y'all made it more enjoyable. So thanks for coming by. Smash that subscribe button, smash that like button on your way out. Alexander's leaving the ring. Good win. 4 rounds to 1. Can I say he is more busted up against Brian Ortega than against Max Holloway, but Max Holloway gave him a technically a harder fight. So, like Keto Pop said, they might have Brian Ortega. They got Santos and Walker fighting next. That might be next. That might be a good fight, October 2nd. We'll see. The next four, they're showing the next four fight cards, and two of them look good. We'll see what happens. Yeah, man, hit the subscribe button, bro. I don't care about the trolls. It's all fun. It's all fun, baby. All right, so catch you guys later. Peace. Smash that like button on your way out. Smash that subscribe button on your way out, and I'm done. All right.